Okay, in today's video about XRP, we are going to check out this move down right in here, and I'm going to tell you first why there is nothing to be worried about in Ripple, and second, the bottom in XRP might actually be in right in here. So with that said, hi everyone, welcome back. I hope you're having a great time with your family and loved ones, and if you remember, the last time that we talked about XRP, we were somewhere around these areas and we were saying, well, okay, I guess we can find like a 1, 2, and then 5 up into wave 3 correction for another move up into wave 5. But what we want to see after that is a relatively slow and a steady move on the downside in form of a correction structure. What happened? Definitely not that. Instead, we got a fast move down. In it, we actually took the lowest low in this region around $2.2. Does this mean that right now we are going to be bearish? Absolutely not. You see, you might think that this is a very strong move on the downside, and because of it, the bull run is in danger. However, I think you might be new to the market. Let's go back and check out some previous examples. So this is the 2021 move up in XRP, which ended from 10 cents. We had a 20x move up to somewhere around $2. And let's check out these moves. Let's take this one. There we go. This move down is about a 35% move. What about this one right in here? This is around a 37% move. This move down, starting from this high around 83 cents, is actually, I think, around a 60% correction. No, it's about an 80% move. And what happened after it? We got a very solid bounce back. And even in this bounce back, if you measure the corrections, for example, this one, which happened in only 2 days, this is a 60% pullback. So you see, moves like this in XRP are absolutely normal. And it's not just in this bull run. No. If you check out the 2017, you might say, well, okay, these are very strong moves on the upside, and in them, we do not have a solid correction down, but that is not true. Let's just measure this move down right in here, which happened in about 3 days. This is around a 65% move. What about even this small move down right in here, which happened in 2 days? As you can see, this is about a 30% move down. And let's go around here. What about just this small pullback, which does actually look like that it is insignificant? However, as you can see, this is a 50% move on the downside. So these are very, very normal in a bull run in the middle of an alt season. And if I just go around the recent price action, how deep is this move down exactly? Let's just measure it from this high to about here. This is just a 35% move down, which is so far a lot less than the other moves on the downside in the previous bull run. So I want to be very clear. There is nothing to be worried about in XRP. In my opinion, this is going to be just a very simple correction structure. Now, let's go on some lower time frames, maybe H1, and see what is happening. So the idea in the previous video was that, well, okay, we can have starting from here an A, B, C flat, followed by that. This can be a correction up into wave X, and this can be an ABC down into our wave Y. Now, I was saying that having a truncated C wave is quite rare, but it is possible to have it. However, now I'm going to say, well, okay, this is actually our A leg to about this point, and this whole move down was just a correction into wave B. And from this high, we are having our final move down into our C leg, completing, you know what, this WXY in form of a flat and a zigzag, and the bottom can actually be in on XRP. Is this the only bullish sign? No. You see, in terms of classic TA, meaning supports and resistances, this was an unbelievably important resistance area from weekly and daily time frame at the same time. And if you want to say that this is broken, you need to see an initial move above this region, followed by that a pullback, and then a continuation of the move up in order to take this high. And what do we see so far? This can be our initial move up, and this move down, well, okay, as far as we are concerned, can be just a very simple pullback. And so far, this is working because we are getting a decent bounce back off of it. Do we have some more bullish signs? Yes. Let's go on some lower time frames, and the fact that right now I'm going on 15-minute chart is just because of educational purposes, okay? Personally, I don't really do a whole lot of analysis on such lower time frames, but let's just do one and see what is happening. As you can see, this move up right in here is quite a sharp and strong move, which is a very important characteristic of an impulsive structure. And if you don't know what an impulse is and you are a new viewer, basically, if you want to argue that we're going to have our final bottom around here, let's say this is like a very important support, you need to be able to find off of the lowest line here a 5 wave on the upside. And in terms of the sub waves, we must have 5 wave up into wave 1, 3, and 5. There we go. And for wave 2 and 4, we can have patterns, doesn't really matter. Let's say maybe, sure, WXY into 4 and an ABC structure into wave 2. Understood? Okay. Let's just go on the live chart and see what is happening. I can actually tell you that maybe this is from this point or wave 1, and then from here to potentially around here, we can have a correction down into wave 2. Probably, I would say a running flat. This is another move up into wave 3, and then correction for 4, another move up into wave 5. And if you go on some lower time frames, let's actually go on 1 minute chart. You see, in here, if I just zoom in more, again, you can say this whole move is just a correction for wave 2, and the end of our wave 3 can be around here or even here, doesn't really matter. And you can argue, well, okay, this is a correction for 4, another move up into wave 5. Nonetheless, the point that I'm trying to make is this. This is a quite strong move on the upside, and the fact that also we got this off of this very important, let's say for now, supposedly broken resistance area, suggests that maybe this is an impulsive structure, and followed by that, we can actually have a corrective movement on the downside, something like this. And at that point, I am going to be extremely bullish in XRP. Why is that? Because I can tell you, look, on a higher degree, this is 5 wave up into a wave 1, correction for wave 2, and according to this thing, well, the next move is gonna be a huge one on the upside into wave 3, 4, 5, and even in this phase in XRP, we can set an all-time high and take the highest side around $3.50. I think that is definitely possible. So far, in my opinion, in Ripple, we are looking absolutely magnificent, and everything seems like that is going according to the bullish plan. Now, if you are not as bullish as me in XRP, then fair enough. Here is a very important point for you. Let's go on a less busy chart, maybe from Coinbase. Sure. You see, if you want to say that in XRP, our bull run is actually over and we will never ever going to go up, then okay, I suggest you have your eyes on this very important high around $2.6. Why is that? If we get a move on the upside in XRP and in it we take this side, at that point, there is, I would say, pretty much no shot for us to be absolutely bearish. And here is why. At that point, how are you exactly going to be able to find an impulsive movement in this area? Are you going to say this is 1, this is 2, wave 3, and then 4, and then 5? If you want to say that we're going to have something like this, then okay, wave 3 in here is clearly the smallest wave, which is a big no-no in Elliott waves. So if we take this high in XRP, at that point, we are going to say, look, this whole move on the downside in Ripple is just going to be a correction structure, and after it's over, or according to the evidence, maybe it's over already, we are going to get a continuation of the bull run in order to have some more magnificent moves and hopefully drop a lot of jobs. So I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in XRP's price charts. Anyway, if you found any value in my content, I would really appreciate if you like this video and consider subscribing to my channel and follow me on Twitter. And if you want more, maybe you want a complete analysis for your own specific crypto, or maybe you want to learn some decent TA in order to be able to make good money in the markets, you can become a member and ask me anything you want. And until the next video, I hope you have a wonderful time with your family and loved ones. Goodbye.